And good afternoon, YouTube community. It's your boy Lex Anderson. So I'm sitting here putting on this jersey in the old bedroom, getting ready to discuss my next episode, which is this current episode, which you're currently tuning into. And in this episode, I am going to discuss LeBron James sweeping away the Indiana Pacers and what it really takes to win a championship. Welcome to the Sports Opinion Log. And once again, good evening to the YouTube community, your boy Lex Anderson. And in this episode of the Sports Opinion Log, what are we going to discuss? LeBron James, of course, because as you see from watching this video, there's a lithograph of the 50 greatest players in NBA history. Supposedly, many years ago, there was supposed to be another lithograph, another set of 50 greatest players. The list has to be redone, obviously, because after what I saw from LeBron James this afternoon, as he and the Cleveland Cavaliers, because it is a team sport, showed the Indiana Pacers the door via the broom, i.e., the sweep. The sweep which Paul George clearly couldn't help his team overcome because he missed a three in the closing seconds to even force overtime. But it's not about Paul George. It's about LeBron James. And like I mentioned in the previous post that I had, that we are all witnesses. And whether you love him or hate him, you got to acknowledge that you're watching greatness. Because based on what I've read from the ESPN stats and information, LeBron James now holds the most best of 7 sweeps with 10. Tim Duncan had 9, Parker and Ginobili tied at 7. And then most consecutive wins in the first round, guess who's in sole possession? LeBron James with 21, followed by Magic Johnson, James Worthy, and Michael Cooper with 20 apiece. Obviously from when they played together, clearly, for those who may or may not know. But the reason why I'm wearing the Isaiah Thomas throwback jersey, Mitchell and Ness, you know how we do. Only authentics touch my skin. The reason why I wanted to post that picture is because LeBron James is the man. Currently, people want to talk about, it's not about LeBron versus Jordan. Let it go. Different generation. The game was played differently. Teams were constructed differently as well. So let's let go of the LeBron versus Jordan versus Kobe talk. At the end of the day, I just read off the stats. Most best of 7 sweeps with 10. Most consecutive wins in the first round with 21. 6 straight NBA finals. What more can people want from this man? Anything more would be people who are honestly delusional and not real fans. And if you're going to be a hater, at least hate for a reason on LeBron James. But one of the things that I wanted to add to this particular episode was the fact that LeBron is the NBA champion. Irregardless of how anyone feels, whether he, counted 6 or 7 championships that he would bring to Miami. People say he only won 2. Well, he only won 2. What does that mean? He only won 2? It's funny how people want to be winners, but yet they hate winners. They hate people who really do succeed and who win. And LeBron James is a winner. LeBron went to 6 straight finals. He won 2 with the Miami Heat. And people say only 2. Well, here's a little NBA history for you. Jerry West went to the NBA Finals 8 times. And you know how many championships he got? 1. 1 championship. Only 1. And he's the only player in NBA history to get NBA Finals MVP in a series that he lost, which thankfully they did not give to LeBron when the Warriors had won their championship over him. But of course, LeBron got revenge the following season, and we all know how that turned out. LeBron down 3-1, goes into Golden State, into the Oracle Arena, and walks out as an NBA champion. So how's that? Like, LeBron James, you got to respect his physical and mental fortitude. Like, he definitely played to close this game out. Now he gets to sit back and rest. But I also want to share people's mental disillusionment with championships and having the audacity to say things like, well, he only won two. Let's get one thing straight. The NBA has been around for 70 years. The NBA started in 1946. And reading off these stats from landofbasketball.com, I wanted to give a breakdown of how many teams actually have amassed championships in the 70 years that the NBA has been around. So let's go real quick. We're going to do a quick recap, quick read on this. Boston Celtics, 17. LA Lakers, 16. Chicago Bulls, 6. San Antonio Spurs, 5. Golden State Warriors, 4. Detroit Pistons, 3. Miami Heat, 3. Philadelphia 76ers, 3. Houston Rockets, 2. New York Knicks, 2. And tied for 1 championship, Atlanta Hawks, Baltimore Bullets, the Cleveland Cavaliers, Mavericks, Milwaukee Bucks, Oklahoma City Thunder as the Supersonics in 1978-79, Portland Trail Blazers, Sacramento Kings, and the Washington Wizards. Wow, so look at that. Look at that. NBA's been around 70 years. There's now 30 teams. Look at how many teams have not won a championship. Are you kidding me? And remember, LeBron brought the first real championship to the city of Cleveland for the first time in 50 years. So yeah, I think that's kind of a big deal. I think LeBron is the man. LeBron is setting records when he steps onto the floor in playoff games now. It's ridiculous. He has only nowhere to go but up. So, and me being a Laker fan, people say things like, oh, well, the Lakers aren't winning, the Lakers are rebuilding. But guess what? I've been alive to see 10 championships. Magic 5, Kobe 5. Count it, book it. I've lived to pop champagne to see when my team brings home the Larry O'Brien trophy. So I'm happy. The Lakers are rebuilding, let them rebuild. I've seen them win. Just like LeBron brought home a championship to Cleveland and to the Cavaliers, more importantly. First major championship in 50 years. Me as a fan, I have nothing to complain about with the Lakers rebuilding. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy these playoff games because there are, clearly as I've read, there are a lot of teams out there and there's a lot of fans, current day, whose team is nowhere near getting a championship, whether your team didn't even qualify for the playoffs, or your team is in the playoffs, but there's a chance that they'll get bounced. Oklahoma is now down 3 games to 1 to Houston, but that'll be for another post. The point is, like I said before, and I'll say it again, I'm going back to the old marketing ploy that was used when LeBron broke into the league. We are all witnesses. This is your boy Lex Anderson. Thank you for viewing. Likes, shares, comments, subscriptions are all welcome. Thank you.